I was in high school between 1997 and 2001. At that time, the clothing designer Abercrombie& Fitch was simultaneously the cool place to shop as well as the cool place not to shop. You made a statement about yourself by wearing it, or you verbally stated your opposition to wearing it, setting yourself above the trend of the day. And of course, there were other people who just didn't give a shit at all. But in that environment, if you were the person who said you were too cool for cool, and you were spotted physically in the store itself, you were busted as a hypocrite, and you could no longer say with such pride, I don't shop there. Now, this physical association has been eliminated in the age of the internet because of the click on the link. The click is both monetized and anonymous. And I use the Abercrombie point just as a helpful starting place. The real point is that the anonymity of the click allows each and every member of society to deny that they typify it. Everyone can say that they are above it. If every American were to tune into a speech from a politically neutral figure, that figure could speak about society with every harsh term they please, and no one will think it is towards them that the charge is leveled. When we take shots at society, we take shots at a thing that has no argumentative defenders. So, for example, there are Americans of all political persuasions who think that the Russian investigation is a waste of time and money. But I wonder, when that link comes up on your phone or on social media, do you click on it? The moment you click on it, you've entered the store. You've entered the cool kids store, and you cannot deny shopping there. You are not better than everyone else who clicked on it. And each click, by the way, represents a dollar amount to the advertisers who place things on that linked site. And you have rewarded the media for placing it in front of you. And the Russian investigation, by the way, is a flattering example. I think we click on much shallower things than that. And this concept is one of many that contribute to this phenomenon. No one thinks they are personally representative of the domineering mores of an established society. Many, by contrast, ostentatiously believe that they are above it, or more, that they are part of a resistance against it. And I wonder how many people only say they hate society because it hasn't declared them its emperor. The revolution hasn't made you its leader yet. But while I think the digitization of dissent and argument has exacerbated this concept, it has always existed to some extent, which brings me to Moliere's Misanthrope. Now, the core theme of this play is that individuals are perfectly content to partake in the mockery of someone who is not present, not suspecting that they themselves are placed on the pillory when they are not present. So like I said, society itself is a thing with no defenders. Consider these words from Alceste in the Misanthrope. How bravely, sirs, you cut and thrust at all these absent fools, till one by one they fall. But consider these next lines even more closely, because here is the only moment in this play where a person who is mocked is also unnamed. It is in the opening scene that Alceste says this about a nameless individual. The whole world knows the shady means by which the low brows grown so powerful and rich. Whenever his name comes up in conversation, none will defend his wretched reputation, call him knave, liar, scoundrel, and all the rest. Each head will nod and no one will protest, and yet his smirk is seen in every place, received by all with a grinning face. And the hilarity of the Misanthrope is that the suitors to Celiman, a pretty young girl who likes to make fun of people behind their back, they eventually read her private letters, revealing what she thinks about them. When the joke is on them, it's not funny anymore. And that is the sweet enjoyment of Moliere in this play, to skewer the person being mocked in such a manner that they cannot delude themselves into thinking that the satirist refers to someone else. But the true wisdom, of course, is reflected in the words of Philinte. Wise men accept their times without objection, and there's no greater folly, if you ask me, than trying to reform society. So I think that inherent point is, yeah, the world is a stupid place. But the rational thing to do is to see to your own happiness and let everyone else be what they will.